Hello everyone, it's Bibi Cameron here and welcome to another video. Apologize because my voice is not great. I got the cold last week and I'm still recovering from that. Today I want to share with you this project. This is a project I posted in my blog last week and I want to show you how I stamped the card in matching envelope and also how I add color to the images. I haven't applied any fancy coloring technique. You can see lines and patches of color here and there. So this is a kind of crazy coloring, and this is not a video tutorial by any means. It's more a video to share with you the way I do this. It was an experiment as well. The good thing about the project I'm sharing with you today is that it's extremely easy. The results are quite nice and anybody can do this. Okay, I got this paper in my local craft shop. This paper has a little bit of texture and I noticed that it looks darker in the video than in real life. This is a beautiful blue color as you can see in the pictures and I completely fell in love with it. Despite this paper is not good for heat embossing or watercoloring or even to apply any marker. So I had to use it with a dry media such as color pencils and a very basic stamping. I'm also going to be using these two floral stamps from this stamp set called Sweet as Honey by Honeybee Stamps. From Honeybee Stamps, I'm also going to be using this stamp set here, which is spectacular. It's called Joy to the World, perfect for Christmas cards, but for many different kind of cards, religious cards, and also for Bible journaling because it has quotes from the Bible. I seriously love that stamp set. So I'm going to use two clear blocks to set these two stamps here, and I'm going to stamp on post-it notes to create a couple of masks. I clean my stamps and I'm going to use a Stampin' Up! Craft ink, which is a white ink, to stamp the images. I'm going to start by stamping the envelope. I'm only going to use one of the florals here, but for the card I'm going to use this one and the other one, which is a little bit smaller. Then I'm going to bring my Spectrum Noir Metallic Pencils and I'm going to use randomly some of the colors in the box. I'm going to apply the color in circular motion, as you can see there. I'm not applying any pressure on that pencil. This is very gentle, just like that. And if I go over the stamped images or the lines on the stamped images, I'm not going to be worried at all. The white ink is still going to show up because these metallic pencils are quite translucent. So I'm going to do exactly the same with all the flowers and I'm going to speed the camera so you can see how I do this a little bit quicker. I decided that these flowers need some leaves, so I'm going to mask them and to be able to stamp in those spaces between them. And then I apply colors with the green pencils in the box. Okay, once the metallic layer of color is down, I'm going to use some of the Faber-Castell pencils. These are polychromos, and I'm going to add some lines from the center of the flowers towards the edge of the flowers. And this is to add some contrast, but this is just some strokes here and there with matching colors. For example, if I use a green metallic pencil, I'm going to use a green Faber-Castell pencil. I'm going to mix them both. So that's what I'm doing here. I also add yellow because, you know, green, you can use blue or yellow colors on top of the green and that also adds lights and contrast. So this is just a hint of color. You can also build up color applying several layers of the metallic pencils and this will look amazing. I have seen projects made using these color pencils and it's absolutely amazing. So I'm just being very soft and subtle. And to bring these little flowers alive, I decided to use Nuvo Raspberry Pink crystal drops. They are absolutely fantastic. I use them for everything. And I'm going to stamp the envelope as well using one of the sentiments from Joy to the World stamp set. I'm going to be using also white ink. And this is the way I stamp sentiments. This is a tip. I don't make any pressure at all on the stamping platform, but I stamp several times like you see. Like that. I call this CPR stamping. It sounds funny, but when I'm stamping with white ink, it reminds me the technique used to help people to breathe. You know, I'm not English speaker, so I don't know how to say that. So I gently tap the ink stamp on the paper, like so, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3 times. Then I re-ink it and I stamp again. So after being stamping for quite a while, I found that this little CPR stamping helped me to get very defined and crisp images when I'm stamping, especially sentiments or very thin lines with white ink. With another kind of inks is another story, okay? So I'm going to keep stamping like so. So I keep it very simple. Then I'm going to use a heat tool to dry this ink. Many of the white pigmented inks are slow dry, so make sure the ink is completely dry before you start applying colors. I also like to clean my surface and place a piece of paper behind my cardstock to avoid getting the back of my card base inked with that white ink on that glass mat. And then as I'm going to add the same coloring that I showed you when I was coloring the envelope, I'm going to jump from here to here. I already applied that first layer of color with the metallic pencils, and then I'm going to add contrast as I did also in the envelope, but this time I'm going to be going a little bit further. So I'm going to apply an orange color just in the center of the flowers, like so, in circular motion. Then I'm going to use another warm color like yellow to apply some lines from the center of the flower towards the edge of the flower, like so. And then I'm going to use similar colors to the metallic pencils, but from the polychromos box, just to go around that yellow center in the flower. So as I use a creamy color to some of the flowers, I'm also using a cream color from the polychromos to add color on those flowers there. And the last thing I did was applying a white pencil on the edges of the petals of the flowers. These images from the Honeybee stamp set are beautiful. This set includes 38 individual stamps, and you can create so many different cards, and these florals are just beautiful. To finish, I also like to blend the color with this paper tool. This is very affordable as well. So I just pass over the images a little bit, the blender tool, and I reapply a white pencil if necessary. I also like to use a Uni-Ball pen or a white marker to apply little dots on the flower petals, like so. And if I see that there is something I can fix in the coloring, I just add another layer of color. There is not a problem to do this anytime. And of course, an essential finishing touch for this card are the raspberry pink Nuvo crystal drops. It is just incredible how these little drops can completely transform the look and feel of your project. They become an essential for me. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, visit my blog for more ideas and inspiration, or to order any of the supplies I have used in this video from the links in the video description. I try hard to find a similar color of cardstock and I link it there as well for you. Thank you very much for watching and happy crafting. Bye!